7:51 KNEB 960, and time for today's News Extra. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. If you see the video today where Dennis and I are dressed in our colors today, hoping for a good result on Sunday. But that's a whole nother story. Today we're here on News Extra to talk about the Legacy of the Plains Museum Bandana Benefit Ball. It's coming up February 6th. Over at the Gering Civic Center. We have Marty Martinson and George Schlothauer here to tell us all about it. Welcome, guys, and good to have you here. We'll let Marty go first and kind of just tell us briefly about the ball and what you can get when you buy your $30 ticket.
Well, it's going to be a great evening, and $30 tickets gets you in the doors. The doors open at 5:30, and this is going on at the Gering Civic Center. There's going to be a cowboy dinner at 6:15, and you know the delicious food that the Civic Center puts out. It's always great. There will be live and silent auctions, and by the way, the auctioneers are Helberg and Nuss. They always do such a tremendous job, so they've volunteered their services again for this year's Bandana Ball. Music. We're going to have music. The Green Valley Homesteaders will be providing that music for your entertainment and dancing pleasure. So it's going to be a great evening. And tickets are only $30 a person. They're available at the museum or at Main Street Market, or many people around town, like George and myself. We have tickets, so we'd be more than happy to fix you up with a pair of tickets. You can call the museum at 436-1989 if you want to reserve tickets. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of items on our live and silent auction. I'm going to let George talk about those just a little bit.
All right, George. So once again, this is on Saturday, February 6th, over at the Civic Center.
As Marty mentioned, the tickets are $30, but we're giving an added incentive. If you would consent to buy a total table of 10, we will also include 2 tickets to the Maltillis June concert that we're having, which is also a benefit for Legacy of the Plains. So we encourage people not only to come to the Bandana Ball, but also to support the Maltillis concert in June. We have a lot of really interesting articles on the auction this year. One of them is a grandfather clock that has been donated by our good friend Charlie Fenster, who is now in a care center. But if you are looking for a grandfather clock, the place to go is the Gering Civic Center, where it is now on display. So we hope that that'll be one of the items that'll get us a lot of money. Donna Considine has been our chairman, and she has absolutely done yeoman work on this project. Not only have we gathered items for the live auction, we've also gathered a lot of items for the silent auction. And I can honestly say I don't think there's a person that wouldn't find something there that might be of interest to them. And these are all donated items, and because they are donated items, everything that we make is profit to our organization. As you well know, Legacy of the Plains has 2 paid employees, but it is almost totally driven by volunteers. And in order to sustain our organization, we definitely need more volunteers, but also we have such support from the community that the items that will be sold that night will go toward continuing operation of the museum.
That's fantastic. And some of those auction items, there's a whole page of them. You got football tickets, you got some firearms, shotguns usually there, something like that. You got paintings, you have antique furniture, you have miniature tractors and trailers and cars and stuff like that. So you got just, like you say, just a variety of stuff.
Well, Kevin, one of the things, we all eat, and I'd say at least 20 different organizations, eating establishments in the valley here, have donated coupons that, for example, $20 off at the Shed, or Union Bar, $50 go toward, food there.
That's so we have burger nights. Right there,
it is. But The prime rib doesn't quite go as far, but it's you have enough to eat. You have enough to
I think
eat.
I could find a way to use that.
You have enough to eat for at least 2 days. But these are just an example of what we have. And so, like I say, I think there's really something there for everybody. If they can find something that'll be of interest to them. So we really encourage people to come to the event, have a good time, and really support the museum and the ongoing efforts that we're putting together to put together a world-class museum that we can all be proud of, and something that the tourists will come and say, wow, you need to go to Gering, Nebraska to see Legacy of the Plains Museum. It's going to be that spectacular.
Yeah. $30 a ticket. Pretty inexpensive there, folks, for all you get this night on February 6th. We'll be back to talk more about Legacy of the Plains right after this.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans. Call Quicken Loans now to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. And for 6 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And for the second year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for more information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
Pretty sure we have it.
All right, back on News Extra. We're here with Marty Martinson and George Schlothauer. We've talked about the Legacy of the Plains Bandana Benefit Ball. February 6th over at the Civic Center. Doors open at 5:30 that night. You get a dinner. There's silent and live auctions. Number of things that are given away. You got the Green Valley Homesteaders there for music and dancing. And it's all just for $30 a ticket. You can give them a call at 436-1989. Or stop by Main Street Market or contact any of the board members. They'll help you out. George Schlothauer and Marty Martinson are here. We're going to also talk to George here real quick for a couple of minutes. You also have your capital campaign going on where you're trying to raise another $400,000 as a match for grant funding to help finish off your displays, right?
That's correct, Kevin. We've had tremendous support from the community already, and we've also had some very useful and helpful grant monies that we've gotten. But in order to finish this project, we would like to match the $400,000 that we're receiving in grants, because we feel if we can match that, we'll have enough money to complete the project. Everything that we have done so far has been paid for, but there are a lot of people in the community that have not been approached to maybe make some kind of donation to the museum. And we're making it easy because we will let people actually make a pledge, but you can pay it over a 5-year period. And we encourage people to get on the donor board, for example, at the $1,500 level, and you can do that by giving $300 for the next 5 years. As we approach people about what we're doing, we really encourage people to come out to the museum, to sit down with us and give us an opportunity to tell our story, and then to walk you around the museum to tell what we have going on. I would say in any given day, we have half a dozen volunteers out there working, doing things that need to be done that are moving this museum forward.
All right, very good. So don't forget, you can help out with that. Marty, real quick, because we're running out of time here.
Okay, well, right now there's the exhibits are being put together. The displays in the main part of the museum are being put together as we speak, and it's going to be an absolutely fantastic place. So we invite everybody to come on out, stop by the museum, take a look at what's going on, and be sure to buy your tickets for the Bandana Benefit Ball. That's just 2 weeks from tomorrow.
All right, very good. Thanks, guys. George Schlothauer and Marty Martinson here for Legacy of the Plains Museum.
Thank you, Kevin.
You bet.
Kevin.